in this video, I'm going to show you the parallel reality bridge to your dream reality. I'm going to show you exactly how to shift to it in the easiest way possible. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of the parallel reality bridge that you can take over and shift to the reality that you want. Now, just to give it a little bit of basis, maybe you've seen some of my parallel reality videos before, but just to summarize it real quick for you, the idea is that we are shifting through billions of parallel realities, and what we think of as time is the movement through these different parallel realities. Even if I go like this right now, I am shifting through different parallel realities, some of which look so similar, you would think they're the same, but if there's any change whatsoever, it's a separate frame. Just like if you were looking at a movie strip, you'd be able to stretch out that of the film, and it would look like one continuous movement, but if you were to stretch it out, you would see the individual different frames. Well, the idea behind parallel reality manifestation is that you can look at one frame of something that you want to experience in your life. This could be a goal, this could be some type of outcome, and what you could do is you could create a greater degree of change from, quote, where you are to, quote, where you want to be. So instead of doing the linear way of going about it, of having to step 1, step 2, step 3, and then eventually getting to that parallel reality, the idea is that you can embody the feelings, the emotions, and the vibrations of the parallel reality that you want right now in the present moment, and then you will begin to experience more of in your life quicker than ever, because we always get a reflection in life of that of our vibration. And if you choose and start to embody the vibration of the version of you that is in the parallel reality that you prefer to experience, you will get that reality. So the thing to this is the awareness that there is already a version of you that is living the kind of lifestyle that you want. Imagine it right now. The imagination is the bridge to that. Now what you do is you imagine yourself, imagine the version of you that is in the perfect relationship. Imagine the version of you that is living and making and having the kind of abundance that you dream of. Imagine the version of you that is living a balanced lifestyle, that loves, wakes up very excited to be alive. Imagine that version of you. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to be aware that that version of you already exists. It is simply that you may not be perceiving of it because there may be a vibrational dissonance between that version of you and the version of you that you are right now. But it's just a matter of vibrational resonance, because if you look at that version of you is more of you than maybe the version of you right now. What I mean by that is the version of you that you can imagine may be the more authentic version of you, because you're doing what you're passionate about, because you feel more free to be yourself. You see, this is what we talk about when we talk about parallel reality manifestation, because instead of going for the linear time-space reality way of thinking about it, that takes a lot of time, a lot of times we have to try really hard, it's about simply giving ourselves permission to feel the emotions that we want right now. So the steps to do this, and how can you make it so that you start to vibrate in the reality that you want? Well, what you want to do is you want to take what is called vibrational inventory of where you currently are and then where you want to be. Think of it like where you are, where you want to be, and we think of them as separate places, but it's really just about vibrational resonance. So what is the vibration that you're currently at? You could just be honest with yourself. You're like, well, right now, what are some vibrational things that you do that aren't conducive to your vibration? Could be that you have certain habits of being around people that bring you down. Could be that you eat food that's not necessarily good for your body and it gives you low energy. It could be a number of different things, but you can be aware of where your current vibration is. Now, your vibration is a combination of what you think, how you feel, and what you do. When you change one of these variables or all of them, you change your vibration. Now, how does the current version of you think, act, and feel? Now, by imagining that version of you, which is you right now, you can begin to see and become aware of how you currently are, what your vibration currently is, because you will always experience a reality that is equal to your vibration. So the reality that you will experience is one that is equal to your thoughts, equal to your emotions, and equal to your actions. You may say, well, I believe that I can accomplish and have my own art gallery studio, but are you taking any action whatsoever towards that of owning your own art gallery studio? Are you even making art? You see, actions will show us what we really believe to be true and will show us what our vibration is. Are you feeling the passion of making the art? Are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about different strategies, different ways to do it? You see, these three things will tell us where our vibration is. Some people say, well, I know I believe I can do it, but if you really believe you can do it, then you would be preparing for it. You would be doing it, and you'd have that as a part of who you are. So, for this is about being aware of where your vibration is. And the awareness is where all the power is. And the key is being aware of this over here. And then what you can do is you can acknowledge the version of you on this side. This is the bridge that we're creating right here. So the version of you that you can imagine, that is the best possible case scenario of you. So imagine how that version of you would think, feel, and act. Pay attention to what that is. And then what you do is you can actually write this down on a piece of paper. What I encourage you to do is to write on one side of the paper your current vibration, and then over here the parallel reality of your dream vibration. And then write down how you currently think, feel, and act. Maybe the emotions, the thoughts that you consistently have, what are you primarily thinking about, the actions that you're taking. And then on the other side of the paper, write down your dream vibration. How would you think, feel, and act? And write it down right there. Now, when you become aware of what this is, you can then start to let go of the things that don't serve you towards being this version of you. You may say that, well, there's certain foods that I eat that drain my energy, and this version of me has a lot of energy. Well, it may be that I'm around certain people that are draining my energy as well. Well, this version of you has maybe a certain type of people that is around that version of you. And you can be aware of it and start to associate with those types of people. If you want to be an art gallery studio owner, you can start meeting other art gallery studio owners. And you could network with them. You see, there's different ways of going about this. But the key is this is the bridge right here. Now, the truth of this is the true way that you get from here to here is by realizing both of them exist right now. They're just a matter of vibrational frequency. Now, if you want to bridge these two realities, give yourself permission to feel the emotions of this version of you now. By realizing that the emotions already exist inside of you right now. It is just simply from this point of view, we're not giving ourselves permission to feel it because we have this marker in our mind that says, once I accomplish this, then I can feel happy. Then I can feel whole and complete. Once I have the relationship, then I'm worthy. But you can give yourself permission of these right here, right now, with the awareness that the emotions already exist inside of you. It's just about you dropping the rule in your mind that says that you have to be here first. You see, this is about vibrational resonance. This version of you hopes that all of this happens. This version of you would think that this would be so amazing if it happened. But guess what? This version of you, it's natural. This version of you doesn't create resistance around it because it's just a part of who you are. You see, that's the difference. Because this one's going to put everything on a pedestal that this one is doing. And because of that, it ends up creating resistance around it. So something that you can begin to do is to be aware of your vibration, which is how you think, feel, and act. And as you're aware of what that is, you can then start to take inventory of where you are to quote unquote where you want to be. But the trick to this whole thing, or the key to this whole thing, is giving yourself permission right now to feel the emotions of this version of you. By dropping the rule in your mind that you have to even accomplish it. Because let me tell you something. When you get to this place to where you are living the dream life that you'd love to live, there will be another layer of where you want to be. And what you do is, if you prime yourself to not be happy in the present moment, you will just up the ante, and then you will externalize the happiness even more. So the key is to feel the emotions of your dream reality right now in the present moment, And by feeling good, the paradox is your state of being increases, and then you perceive more in your life of what is equal to what you think, act, and feel. So this is the permission that you give yourself to feel in the present moment right now that you are 100% whole and complete, that things are perfect the way that they are, and as you do that, you will start to perceive of more of what you want. Because remember, you always experience in life that which is equal to your vibration. What this may mean as well is it's kind of a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call because we realize that our thoughts are equal to the reality that we're experiencing, our emotions are equal to the reality we're experiencing, the actions are equal to the reality we're experiencing. Well, I want to go beyond. Well, you don't go beyond by being from the same level of consciousness. You have to step outside your comfort zone. And to do that doesn't have to be scary. You can relate to it in a way that's conductive to you. But what you do is you be aware that you have to go beyond. So in order to go beyond, you have to step outside. You cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness the problem was created. That's something that Einstein talked about, from the same level of thinking. So, if you want to go beyond how you think, feel, and act, you have to start to see things from a higher point of view, which means you have to start to neutralize where you currently are. In the light of awareness is where you begin to let go of the old reality, the old way of being. In that light of awareness, because then as you become aware of it, you can then not choose it any longer. You can then choose something else. But you see, that's the thing, is most people think that this has to be more complicated than just awareness. But really, the key is awareness. Because when you become aware of your vibration, of how you think, of how you act, of how you feel, what happens is then it becomes a choice. Do I want to keep living like this? If you're like, oh, well, I'm eating very unhealthy food right now that's weighing down my energy. Well, I'm going to just keep doing it. Well, if you just keep doing it, it's no longer something you're doing on autopilot. It's something you're choosing to do because you're aware of it. So awareness really is as simple as it gets. Some people ask me, how do you change beliefs? Changing beliefs is not as complicated as it seems. It's not like you have to somehow you go within and you find out what you believe, and that's it. You find out what your beliefs are, and in the light of being aware of what that is, you can then let go of what doesn't serve. Once you're aware of it, it then seems nonsensical to keep living in that way. If I were to continue to bite on my fingers, for example, my fingernails, and I were to know that I don't want to do it, the next time I continue to do it, that I'm aware of it, it's no longer an autopilot thing. I'm choosing to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm biting on my nails. I don't want to do that. I'm choosing it. You see, that's the difference. Now, another main way that you shift through these parallel realities is simply your choices. You see, the reality you want to experience already exists. You don't have to create your own reality. You just have to choose it from that reality stream, from those level of choices of what the version of you would already be doing. Because then you start to embody the vibrational frequency of that reality. So this is about vibrational resonance, and you tap into that vibrational resonance with your choices. What are you currently choosing? When you become aware of what you're choosing, that's when you start to take your power in a very powerful way, in a direction that you want. So, for this, understand that this is all about vibrational resonance. Vibrational resonance is a combination of what you think, how you feel, and how you act. When you look at this, look at where you are, look at quote-unquote where you want to be, and decide that you are going to embody the same characteristics as this authentic version of you. This isn't faking it till you make it. This is taking inventory of what is not authentic and what is not genuine right now. And then what you begin to do is you begin to embody more of who you really are, without the fear, without the limiting beliefs. And that's more of who you are, because your potential is far beyond that of the current self-image and the current reality. But remember, you always get in life which is equal to how you think, feel, and act. So start to be the version of you that you really are. Start to go for your passion and watch how your life begins to change. But give yourself permission to feel those emotions right now. That's the key. Instead of waiting, because otherwise you will get there. You will get there, and then you will say, this isn't it. I need more. What is the next step? Enjoy the journey. As cliche as it sounds, it's so true. Enjoy the journey. And give yourself permission right now to feel the satisfaction, the love of being in that dream reality. The more that you do that, the more you will experience that reality that you want. This is about bridging that reality with the choices you are making, with taking vibrational inventory of the old and then being the new. Now, here's the thing. I have a powerful meditation that is specifically for shifting parallel realities. It is absolutely free. You'll see it in the top of the description box below. It is one that if you read the comments in that video, it's a YouTube video, read the comments to see what's possible. Because you'll see a lot of people that say that they have shifted to the reality that they want. Listen to that meditation for 21 days and you will be shifting to your dream reality. So 21 days is what I recommend. It's in the top of the description box below. Also, I'm going to be doing more live Q&As on Instagram. I've done live Q&As like 4 days in a row on Instagram, and I've been bringing people on, which is really cool, and having conversations with people. So if this is something that you want to join as well, or you wanted to see, I post daily content there as well. You'll see the link right under here. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification gear next to the subscribe button so that you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.